All right, here's another quick chat for whoever needs it. So they just gave me this pop of epiphany, so get ready for the popcorn to really take off. And this is like almost like an activator, like when you put water on sea monkeys. This is almost like an activator in your mind to all those things that have just been lingering out there, like it's like vague questions that you've always wondered about. And they've been talking a lot lately about all of us getting inside of ourselves, getting into ourselves, withdrawing from other people, not permanently and not all day, just taking some moments of that to reflect, to sit with yourself, to be in that inward space, because that's where we get the triangle from. Well, actually, how does it, it's like that, but you get what I'm saying. The 2 points are the eyes, and the other point is the still point at the back of the head. Feel around the back of your skull, and where it pokes up the most, the furthest most out point is the peak. And they want you to have that peak experience. They said the nodes are like our 2 eyes, that when we get all out here, it could get twisted and turned and moved around and kind of like some chariot cards, where if you look closely, the horses are at odds. One is looking one way, one is looking another. Maybe the legs are rambling everywhere and they're trying to go. When you have 2 different halves of your mind, how do you get on the same page and get somewhere? They getting it. You're like, Joy, what is all that noise? It's big dragonflies. I'm joking, but dragonfly spirit is here. It's all these jet skis of everybody trying to get around to the air show, because space and parking is consumed already. It was consumed at 5 this morning, and oh so limited. So they're finding any watercraft they can to get around. There's always a way to get around, to get in, but no more being locked out of yourself, and the only lock there was your permission. It's like, why is that investing? I've done all this other, and it just takes away time and money and focus from other things that I've got to do. And they're like, but when you pull it to that still point, you know, the point on the triangle here, back here, it gives you the ability to know who you are. It gives you into that sun, into that central point, so that then you can begin to define and navigate, and things aren't going to be rocking you about, spinning you about, putting you in indecision or in time crunches or in delays or anything like that. This is like a fast facilitator is what you're talking about. And we're about to move into the Aries North Node, Libra South Node. And so that could just be another thing that we have to try and figure out and to get through. It's like somebody else putting a seasoning on your food that you don't like and you don't eat. That's what the nodes are doing. They're changing your taste, your opinion, your savor about life. And it creates issues and conundrums. It creates reasons for you to have to keep going around the circle and trying to chase knowledge and information, as opposed to intelligence and assurance. Okay? There's a certainty inside yourself, my friend. There are things that you know, but we're in this vast era of technology and AI that, like, the answer's outside of me. Let me go get it and bring it right in. It's just right there. Let me go get it and bring it right in. Distract, go here. But it's still the 2 eyes. And some people, to try and simplify their life, or due to stress or trauma or anything else, is just living out of one eye. If you look back at movies from like the 80s, most people's faces were incredibly symmetrical. But often if you're holding a phone, you're holding it with one hand and you're holding it for a long time, which tells your body this eye is priority. And it begins to shut down the other. So you'll notice people have squidgy eyes, or their faces are even unparalleled. And it has a big eye and a squidgy eye, and you can know which handedness they are because of it, right? So that's still trying to get into a singular perspective in order to reduce down the other and to stay in charge, to stay active and on top of your life. And that's what they're saying. It's not outside of you, it's inside. Isn't that beautiful? And you're like, what do all these words mean? I don't know. Tune back in, friend, because it is a speech of the soul. It is the message of the soul coming in on the words, but really through the words. That as we talk about these things, your soul is hearing what it needs to hear. Your vitality is awakening, and it begins to power up the full systems. So as you think on these things, they're being availed to you. You didn't even know they were there. It's like having a car down the basement you did not know about. Or maybe it was there and you thought it was some old relic, and you didn't realize it even ran and had keys, and you pulled the tarp off and you realize, oh, this thing is pristine, just like you. That's what it's here to do. You're not here to be driven about or yanked about or recover from this or prove how strong you are or assign your purpose. You're coming from this so that you can be the viewer, the chooser. No, I see through that. I see through that veil. I don't want to go near that person. Or this is eating up too much of my personal time. I'm going to edit that out right now at this season. Like, say you're in the winter when daylight is short. I'm going to prioritize this here and do these sort of things. It gets you, it clears your judgment. It gets you in a place where it's not good or bad, right or wrong, or anything of such. It gets into, what works right now? Oh, that's why it's still, because you don't have to chase, you attract. What? Because you are attractive. All that effervescent and energy going on around you, you might check out the Sagittarius read because we were talking about that in there. All right, friends, I love you. Bye.